Munich Airport, which is located in the north of the city, is the second largest airport in Germany and an international hub, especially for flights to Eastern Europe. And sometimes there are longer layovers, especially if you have missed your connection flight. So what to do if it takes longer than 2 hours? It takes about 1 hour to get to Munich, so the 2 hours are already used up for the journey. But the town of Freising is less than 20 minutes from the airport, and it's definitely worth a visit, even as a day trip from Munich. The 635 bus runs from the airport to Freising every 10 minutes, and in 16 minutes you are already at the Bahnhofplatz, from where you can see the Domberg and the Freising Cathedral. The Domberg was already settled in the Stone Age. The town was founded in 715, making it one of the oldest towns in Bavaria and significantly older than Munich. It was also at this time that St.Korbinian became the first bishop of Freising. Korbinian is the patron saint of the Archbishopric of Munich and Freising and is always depicted with a bear. According to legend, a bear attacked St. Korbinian's horse as it crossed the Alps. In penance, the bear then offered itself up as the saint's pack animal. In 1158, Duke Henry the Lion had the customs bridge of the Bishop of Freising over the Isar burned down in order to divert the salt trade to his bridge. The city of Munich was then built there. If he hadn't done this, Freising might be the capital and the largest city in Bavaria today. Now you know why Freising is important. Let's see what there is to do and see here today. And there is a lot. Less than 5 minutes from the train station you are at the foot of the Domberg Cathedral Hill, and there is a free elevator to the cathedral. Once at the top, you first come across the Diözesan museum. Genius me, I was here on a day when it was closed, but I will show you some stock photos at least. After the Vatican museums in Rome, it houses the world's largest art collection of the Catholic Church. Here you will find over 40,000 works of art from the early Middle Ages to the present day. The Prince Bishop's residence next to the museum is currently being renovated. Behind it, however, is the courtyard of the Domberg with access to the cathedral. In front of it is the collegiate church of St. John Baptist from the 14th century. It is rather plain today, but you can see the remains of old wall paintings from the 15th and 16th century. But the absolute highlight is by far the cathedral, and as simple as it looks from the outside, the more magnificent it is on the inside. The eye is immediately drawn to the gilded high altar, whose high altarpiece is by Peter Paul Rubens. Today it is a copy. The original can be admired in the Alte Pinakothek in Munich. The church, which was mainly decorated in the early 17th century, is richly decorated with stucco and frescoes. The crypt is located behind the altar. Here you will find a Gothic portico from the 12th century. It leads into a chapel in which the relics of St.Korbinian lie. There really is a lot to discover here, and I even overlooked some things. Freising Cathedral really is one of the most beautiful churches I know. Before heading down on the town of Freising, it's worth taking a look at the town's other holy hill. This is where the Weihenstephan Brewery is located, but more on that later. Below the cathedral hill you come to Freising's Marienplatz. The beautifully frescoed town hall looks like it dates back to the Middle Ages. However, it is a new building from 1905. Behind it is the parish church of St. George. At the center is the square's namesake. Saint Mary is enthroned here on the Marian column. The main road then leads to the Weihenstephan Brewery, but you should take your time and let the city center take effect on you. It is also worth taking a look to the left and the right into the medieval alleyways, as there's plenty to discover there too. When you have crossed the old town in a southwesterly direction, you can walk up to the brewery via the Weinstephaner footpath. You soon come to a boundary stone that once marked the historical border of Freising. After a short walk, you will pass a small botanical garden where various plants grow. As I was here at the end of winter, it doesn't look that spectacular. In spring and summer, of course, it is a sea of flowers. Only a few purple flowers have already appeared. The brewery is located in a former convent. The Weihenstephan Brewery claims to be the oldest brewery in the world, allegedly founded in 1040. But the founding document is considered a forgery. Nevertheless, beer has been brewed here for a very long time, perhaps even by the monks as early as the 8th century. But you can quickly see that the buildings are more than just a brewery. You are on a campus here. Various research institutes are located here, including a branch of the Technical University of Munich, where you can study brewing. And of course you can also taste the beer here. The Bräustüberl is a popular excursion destination. The beer garden is particularly attractive in summer. As I said, it was sunny when I was there, but still a little cold. I think you have now gained an insight into Freising. You can easily spend 2, 3, 4 hours or more here. The 20-minute drive makes it ideal for a longer stay at Munich Airport, but Freising is also a great destination for a day trip from Munich. I still have one puzzle to solve. I tease this railing in the stream in a short. It is there to tread water. It invigorates the circulation, perhaps also ideal after a long flight. That's it for the week. Here's my email address if you want a tour of Freising or Munich or other towns near Munich. Until the next video, fill it.